when people say natural hair is not for me, I'm like, are you serious? It's like saying my eyeballs are not for me. It's your natural hair. What do you mean it's not for you? Who is it for then?
Saw a video where a woman shared that wearing her natural hair was the biggest sign of her maturity.
Hello here, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Janet Davies and I'm your hair growth guide. I'm also the founder of Mineral Naturals. So let's get right into the video.
For me, wearing my natural God-given hair has been the greatest sign of faith. Faith in God's promises, faith in God's workmanship, and that He did not make any mistakes on me. Faith that people, places, things, and opportunities that are meant for me will find me in my most authentic state. I've worn my natural hair to bachelorette parties, weddings, trips, and worked through all of the feelings that came up for me. It didn't kill me to fully tap into my beauty. Actually, it did the opposite. It gave me a new life of freedom, of authenticity, of faith. Wearing my God-given hair has made room for me to no longer manipulate outcomes. I am not manipulating the way I look outwardly to fit human standards, which frees up the possibility to attract the people, opportunities, and things that are most in alignment to the way God made me originally. I have tapped into a new level of freedom, baby, where I no longer feel the need to shape.
Wow, the one thing that really stood out to me, first of all, she's absolutely stunning. Can we just have a round of applause for our Black beautiful queens, okay? But the one thing that really stood out for me is the fact that she said that it took faith to wear her natural hair. Don't get me wrong, I am so happy that people have, come to terms with the fact that, our hair is beautiful, but it actually not upsets me, but it kind of grinds my gear a little bit with the fact that it actually takes faith to just be who you are. Like, oh gosh, Lord Jesus, give me the words. I really hate the fact that natural hair is seen as almost like an accessory versus it being just who you are and a reality of who you are being a Black female or male. So I think the fact that we literally have to use faith to be ourselves is great, but it just kind of grinds me the wrong way. And I don't know if that's just because, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way. This video to me is absolutely amazing because it's showcasing that yes, you can have your natural hair out. You can wear it to wherever you want, whenever you want, because it's a part of you. And if you feel uncomfortable to go to an event for whatever reason in your God-given natural hair, then that is honestly something that we need to have a chat about. If you haven't seen my other video talking about how Black women, quote unquote, hate their natural hair. I'm saying this very loosely, by the way, because it's a very generic term. I personally don't believe Black women hate their hair, but yes. So if there is a time, it's crazy that it's taken however many years, when 2025, for Black women to actually be comfortable to actually love their hair, but it is still so beautiful to see. I love seeing especially Black creators being comfortable wearing their hair, and it goes to show that it is possible. And I hate the fact that it's taken all of this just to get to this point, but I'm at least happy that we're here. Yes, I'm upset that it takes faith, because I feel like it shouldn't take faith. It should be a given. You coming and showing up with your natural hair should be a given. It shouldn't be a big deal for you to go out to a wedding, to a bachelorette party, to work with your natural hair, and you have to kind of create the courage to do so. It really does grind my gears. But nevertheless, I'm very happy that we are here, because at the end of the day, natural hair is something that I think we forget in our community is natural. It's what God has given us. There is not one hair on your head that falls from your scalp without God knowing, okay? So when I tell you that you have been crafted beautifully, you are a masterpiece, okay? God created the entire world, the heavens, the earth, the moon, the stars, and He said that you are a masterpiece. Just deep that. So the next time you want to go to an event and you're even considering, should I show my natural hair? Let this be the video that gives you the confidence to do exactly that. Because I'm so sick and tired of us as Black women being uncomfortable in what God has created and called beautiful, called a masterpiece. I'm so sick of Black women having to shrink themselves to feel like they can't come and show up as their authentic selves to an event because it's not deemed as the societal standard of beauty. Another thing that she said also, the fact that she feels like or I'm not speaking to her directly, I'm speaking in a very generic term. Of course, not everyone falls into the same category, but these are just my opinions. But for the fact that she finally feels like she's at a point where she doesn't have to manipulate herself to fit into human norms. We are human. We're so human, and it is normal to have frizzy hair. It's normal to have hair that defies gravity. It's normal to have hair that looks long one day, looks short one day, is touching the heavens another day. All these things are so normal. And when we now normalize the concept of wearing our natural hair to these events, I feel like it's going to help people become more confident. But truthfully, let this be the one video that encourages you to embrace your hair for what it is. Because I think nowadays people think that like hair is not spiritual, but baby, let me just tell you before I start preaching, okay, hair is a signal of strength. And it's also a signal of strength in the spiritual realm. So a lot of the times people think that when they dislike their hair, when they have issues with their hair, with consistent alopecia, and they can never really find the root cause, and they've tried everything, a lot of the times it is spiritual, and we may need to just pray, because at the end of the day, every single hair on your head is numbered, and God cares. For the fact that God has written that your hairs are numbered. Okay, let me give you an example. I love my children, okay? I've got 2 children, right? There is no way on this earth that I'm gonna sit there and number their hair. But yeah, I gave birth to them. I breastfed them for about a year. I cook for them every single day and do everything. I make sure that they're okay. But God has numbered every single hair on your head, and you're telling me that you can't wear that same hair outside. Excuse me. Let this be your excuse or your reason or your why you're going to rock your natural hair in its natural state, not feeling the need to conform. Conform to what? Who said straight hair is the only sign of beauty? Who told you that lie? We're gonna reverse that, okay? Okay. Let's look at the other video, guys.
1 year. It has been 1 year straight of me wearing my natural hair day in, day out, and boy have I learned some things in this last year. Firstly, it is okay to have a hair out of place. It is okay to have a bad hair day. Your hair doesn't have to look prim and proper every time you do it. It's actually okay if not every style eats the way that you envisioned it would. When you get rid of that narrative, this natural hair thing becomes a breeze. Now, this may seem really obvious to some of you, but you know your hair. You learn so much about your hair in this time that there is nothing anyone could tell you about your hair that you aren't already aware of, because you have spent so much time with it. So before you mention that split end or that one piece of breakage that you've seen in the back of my head, trust me when I say I saw it first. I have unlocked a new level of confidence that I didn't know was possible. There is so much freedom in wearing your natural hair out, and it has helped me to love myself wholeheartedly. Natural hair genuinely does get easier. It becomes easier to manage, and your wash days become shorter. Gone are the days of 6-hour wash days. Now it takes me 2 to 3 hours max, including styling. So do I recommend wearing your natural hair out more often? Absolutely. Now you don't have to wear your hair out for a whole year like I did, but be encouraged to spend some more time wearing it out. And who knows, you may just end up falling in love with your natural hair.
Oh my, I literally love this video. I love both of these videos, by the way, because these women have shown that they are beautiful the way that God has created them, and there is such beauty in that. But what I love about this is the fact that in that 1 year, she's shown that, okay, let's take it all the way back. For a lot of us, we didn't grow up with our hair natural. We grew up with relaxers or with the hot comb or whatever it is. A lot of us didn't really discover our hair until we were in our 20s or maybe late teens with the whole natural hair movement, depending on if you're a millennial or not. And with that being said, if you think about it, if someone has never done something, it's going to take time to learn it, and that's okay. I think what has annoyed me about the natural hair movement is because people, or the things that go viral in the natural hair community are instant results, instant gratification, right? Without putting in the work in. Okay, do the overnight rice water and you're going to see 6 inches. Like, goodness gracious me, why do these things go viral? If we have never taken the time in our life to look to even understand our hair, what makes you think that you are going to now grow 6 inches by putting rice into some water and then letting that sit and then putting that in your hair? What makes you think that? You don't know how to detangle. You don't know how to even trim your hair, but you're telling me rice water is going to grow your hair. Whew, okay, I think I'm kind of going off, but I think it has really annoyed me that this kind of content goes viral because we are the ones who want to look at it. The algorithms work by finding out what captures people's attention, right? And if those kind of videos go viral, then clearly we are the ones consuming it. So nevertheless, the point I'm trying to make before I go on a tangent, and I know I can, is that we as a generation, if you're a millennial like me, we have never grown up knowing how to take care of our hair, if you're like me anyway. So with that being said, it's going to take time for you to even understand what natural hair is. Okay, because if you're someone who's just done the wigs and the weaves and the braids or whatever it is, and you're so used to combing your hair with ease, okay, with ease, and then you now decide to go natural and your hair suddenly your comb doesn't go through. In fact, you've attempted to comb your hair so much that your comb has PTSD because you have no clue how to detangle it. And then you complain and say, oh, natural hair is so hard, it's not for me. It's like saying my arm is not for me. When people say natural hair is not for me, I'm like, are you serious? It's like saying my eyeballs are not for me. It's your natural hair. What do you mean it's not for you? Who is it for then? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. The reason I'm going on a tangent is because I'm so passionate about people actually choosing to love their hair the way God has created it and thinking that it's an option for you to pick and decide when and where you can wear it. Because, you know, I think one thing that annoys is when black women say like, oh, well, black women are so versatile. We can wear wigs and we can wear weaves and we can wear braids. But when it comes to our natural hair, we have no clue what to do. We're so versatile. How about just enjoying your natural hair for what it is and being proud to wear it? I'm not saying wigs and weaves are bad, but not having to depend on them for you to feel beautiful. That's the underlying mark. And if anyone wants to take a soundbite and react to it, whatever, please include this. My point is, wigs and weaves are not bad. It is when you now depend on them for you to feel beautiful. And I want to challenge you, to truly challenge you, to actually ask yourself, why? Why? Especially if you're a believer, why am I so uncomfortable with what God has made my hair? Why? But nevertheless, it takes time for you to learn your natural hair. We cannot do overnight treatments and expect 6 inches of growth. It's going to take time, and that's okay. If anything, natural hair is still in its like infancy stage where it might take a year for me, it took 3 years for me to even just be comfortable to wear my natural hair out. So I say this with grace because at the end of the day, it's going to take time for you to learn your hair, and that's okay. And I think a lot of people don't want to take the time, and then they complain and say natural hair is not for me. So if natural hair is not for you, what is? Who is it for? Who is it for? Anyway, guys. All right, guys. If you want to go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and do that. You know, show your girl some love, and I'll catch you in the next video. Who knows what it will be about? Actually, let me check. My next video is going to be about... We may just be doing a reaction with my husband, but go ahead and check out my previous video, okay? Go ahead and watch this one, all about texturism and why it's a trap and why we need to cancel it, okay? All right, guys. See you later. Mwah.